Good morning. Oh, okay. No, hold on. That's thing. Anyway, so just to answer a couple of questions. So COD Mobile Omni, ready soon. I kind of want to see what that's looking like because I've seen a lot of new stuff. Also, Wex, how we doing? Nightmare doing good. Sup Wolf. Yeah, I gotta fix that. It's kind of a blank box, but as you can see, the game is at least updating. So give it just a second and let me apparently I need to refresh my my camera real quick. So give me just a moment for that. You know, it's that lovely you know, hadn't streamed in a good couple of weeks thanks to Circuit. So things are a little scurry a little bit with OBS. Hold on just a second. I'll be on screen momentarily. That's all good there, hell, that's all good. It's all good. Yeah, my face will be on screen. Like I said, just a moment. I gotta readjust a little bit. And also, the noob, yes, you can join in as soon as I get it updated. Yes. And I'm on the most current version. I'm literally updating the game now. Actually, it looks like it's done updating. So, should be all good. And this is a thing. Hold on just a second. I'm you know, for those people out there who are not married with spouses, you know, sometimes they like to spruce up the place a little bit and move things. I'm looking for a mount. Hold on a moment. Another moment. Yep, looking for a mount to go with what I need. Short version camera is not on the actual mount that needs to be, but I need the actual mount to put it where I need it to be. And RTC, I am here. I am in the abyss. So it'll be just a moment. I'm missing a device, but that is okay. But I will be there shortly. But I will go ahead and load up the game. But for the most part, RTC about that knife. Although I think I do have some cases I need to open though from Circuit, so we can check those out. So there are things to open. Super. And I know. It's rip my face, but I'm almost there. Rip my face. There we go. Yeah, not having the mount that I need is definitely putting things into a little bit more of a hassle. Not having the right mount, but it's okay. They gotta sit a little bit differently, but that's all right. All right, so that should be all good to go. And let's fix it. Should be. Alright, so then I can go ahead and do that. Easy cap. Nope, that's the wrong one. Gotta love the good stuff. So the game's working. The camera is not. Seems great. Now we may have to improvise. My face may not be a thing today. Hooray! So that's a thing. And yeah, I can invite you. What I will continue to do, let's go ahead and switch to the main screen. Yes, RTC, I am. I currently am. Yeah, I'm still the same guy. Yeah. It is me and the Twisty Boy for the EU. Boy, this is annoying that this isn't working. Well, I suppose my face shall return tomorrow, but the gameplay will be here. Although that kind of sucks. What does that say? Okay. Gonna go ahead and do that. I'm going to test something real quick, see if that helps by changing it. Hey, look at that. Although now it's at a horrible frame rate. Hooray, everything's breaking. All right, let me see if I can adjust the frame rate here. FPS 60. 30? Oh, 30 seems to be alright. Can we do 40? Alright, 40 seems fine. Almost there. And again, I had to fix this because it's not right. Alright. Can we do 50 frames? No. Can we do 48 frames? No. Alright, I guess we're sticking with 40. Whatever. It's fine. Alright, we got it fixed. It's there. So. That took a hot second. But let's see if I got stuff from Circuit. Let's see. I do have some cases. Ah, I got 15 of these cases. Alright. So shall we go ahead and open them all? I say we should go ahead and open them all. And it looks like I can't really fix that. Okay, so that's just kind of just how it's going to be for the day. Open them all. Also, what's up, Zox? Let's see, what sucks is I just can't really fix the camera right now. It's kind of in a fixed position. So I guess we're just hanging out here for today, over in this little, somewhat of a corner. That's all good. All right, so let's go ahead and RTC would mean rip video. So let's go ahead and shall we do them one by one, or should we just hit them all like just one big poof of, you know, opening? I can also handle myself. These are cable management things. All right, so I believe that we can do it, and let's go ahead and have it moving on. So let's go ahead and what are we doing? Why is this well, we're having a great time today, aren't we? That is not the most up to date. It's very interesting. I wonder if I'm overdoing my USB bus. Interesting. Okay, so welcome back. Everything's dead. So I think I'm overloading my USB bus on my my motherboard because they both just died. I think I'm overloading. I think I'm overloading everything. I think I am. Very interesting. Oh, there's my face. Okay, so I just had a small heart attack. All right. All right, then. Now, you guys are seeing full real time the shenanigans that happens. We'll pick Logitech. Virtual crap. Go back to the actual game. And, it looks good as nothing. Alright, so if it blows up again, you know what happened. Hello there, Wolf. How we doing? Yeah, it looks like the USB bus is having a bit of an issue. We got the camera. We got my face working. Now the gameplay has blown a circuit. You know, it's like almost like we should, you know, it's like just sitting here would be fine. We're just gonna switch back over to here. So anyways, guys, good morning. Hope you guys watched Circuit and everything. Red Wolf, what are you hearing? Super. I'll fix it. All right, how's that? I restarted the audio engine. So, noob, welcome to the shenanigans of... So, a little bit of backstory on how my PC has now become an entire just stain of an existence. Okay. So, during Circuit, for those guys who watched, you know, I was running South America and Asia streams. And for South America... my PC pretty much blew up. Blue screens everywhere. Errors not being able to boot into the BIOS of the computer. All the good stuff. So what it may have been, from what I've been able to kind of whittle down, was Windows decided to update right before, and my graphics card drivers was a year out of date. And apparently that's what those errors were caused by. Well, I'm also trying to figure out why is it blowing up. Not really sure as in if it's continued. So at that point, you know, I have this new microphone that is also doing double the bit rate and double the, the sample rate and bit rate on it. On to the next step, right? So I'm not sure if I'm maxing out the USB lanes on my motherboard, which I didn't know was possible, really. I've never been able to do that. But with the microphone that you're hearing, plus the camera running in 4K, it's being downscaled to 1080, but I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Plus the capture for the game. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm also trying to remedy that. I have a buddy of mine who just upgraded his streaming setup because it was cheaper to buy a laptop for him, so he bought a laptop. So whenever he transitions from that, I'll be getting one of the Elgato HD60s, the ones that go on inside your computer on the PCI. I'll be getting one of those so that I can alleviate the USB problem and throw my game, and also it'll look a lot better in the box that it is. That'll be on screen, so it'll look better. It'll be off the USB. But in the meantime, try to fix that. So, Red Wolf, not necessarily rip GPU, but it's more like my motherboard as a whole. I mean, it's all up to date now. Wolfer, it's all up to date now, but it's a GTX 1080, the FTW edition, liquid cooled. So it's all up to date now. Yeah. So yeah, essentially what the PCI would be, the PCI Express internal Elgato graphics capturing card. That would be inside on the PCI lanes. So your USBs have a certain amount of bandwidth due to the system itself and the processor, right? So USB only has so much bandwidth before it starts prioritizing and kind of trying to balance the load, right? By putting my one video through PCI, most motherboards have, well, you can at least have like 2 pretty good graphics cards in them, right? So I mean, the output on the PCI is way better, and so the PCI would be a lot better. They kind of shorthand USB because most people aren't trying to plug in, like 3 capture devices, a studio microphone, and all of that just through USB. It's kind of a lot, but USB is convenient. But it is what it is. What I will try to do, though, real quick, is pretty sure I have it installed on this machine. A USB to PCI USB 3.0 adapter at the bottom. So I'm going to try that. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, yeah. If you can make sure that you have that, make sure you get a decent CPU with it, so it can handle it. Because your CPU is ultimately the biggest bottleneck. I mean, you could have a 3080, but if you don't have the processor to match with it, it can throttle. And then, of course, the motherboard to go with that, too. They all kind of have to go together. Well, so AMD right now would actually be... AMD's is the best right now for the price. I mean, they're not really being overly shot out in price, and you can get them more frequently since AMD kind of, they hold their own supply chain and everything. They make their own stuff. AMD is almost like Apple, they all, pretty much from the top down, they've got their stuff locked in. Well, the blue screens, you really kind of have to look those up. Kind of trying to figure out what the blue screens are, because, I mean, it could be Windows, because mine was a Windows issue, which then Windows made it a graphics card issue, and then my graphics card having an issue seized out, and then caused my motherboard to have problems. So you see where Windows can cause a lot of problems. Oh, Windows. Yeah, great for performance, yes. Yeah. Also, device RTC. I have an iPad Pro 2021 11-inch. Yeah, most of the time, hardware blue screens are kind of rare. I mean, they're, I guess, not really super rare, but you're going to see something more that's hardware related, like mine being Windows to my graphics card to my graphics card to my motherboard, and then it just had a heart attack. So Yeah. Well, that would be his graphics driver. If it's the Control Shift Windows B, that's going to reset his graphics drivers. So that would be his graphics. You know, it's a you know, that's kind of a thing. Other RTC. All right, let me try and plug in this capture device for game into the bottom of my machine real quick. Yeah. Let me do that. It wants to be rude. My camera went alone. Let me move my mic out of the way. Windows gave me the beta-do of it installing stuff. Broke your hand? How'd you break your... I sit back down and I see that you broke yourself. And also their noob... yeah, give me a second. Trying to fix that. Okay. So. Should be... I'll go back to the Logitech, so it'll reset. And the survey says... Survey says it's, yeah. Trying to... We have to just switch to my face. No, because that's it's not going to work because it's already being captured. Let's see. Hello there, Griffin. Welcome to the shenanigans. I don't even know how you even play with one hand there, Wolf. I have no idea. Yeah, it is. Trying to get the webcam to do... Not webcam, the capture card to do things. And, yeah, it looks like Logitech may have broken it. Ah, you just did a camper. You just did a camper. You went out and rented a camper, and there's gotta be something. Trying to deactivate it because I'm not sure if Logitech is holding on to this. So Griffin, how's your morning going? Gonna open VLC player real quick, see if I can grab it. Let's see, open capture device. Oh, that's fantastic. Wait, what? Why is it... Oh, I hear myself twice. Oh. That might help. Huh. Interesting. I mean, that's okay. I mean, if you know, as long as you're able to play and have a good time. So RTC, so it's stream friendly stuff. It's called Stream Beats. It's their EDM edition. I quite enjoyed myself as well. Some good EDM. Good old poodle problems. Yeah. I mean, whatever works, right? I mean, whatever you need to do. Yeah, it's on Spotify. It's called Stream Beats. You can download it locally if you want to do stuff with that, or you can just use Spotify to stream it. I personally just use, Spotify. Yep, just Stream Beats has a bunch of stuff. They've got a lo-fi, an EDM, they've got a retro, I think 3 or 4 others, I think. So there's options and stuff. Also another royalty free. Let me find the guy. Not to get with you later about it. There's another guy that I have on here that, at least I thought I did. I don't see him anymore. Although, I am, what I'm waiting on, right, is to get a little bit closer to Christmas. I have a playlist that, at this point, I'm pretty sure none of you guys have heard before, that I'm just waiting to bring out. Should I give you a tease? Yes, Wolf. Yes, I am in the NA. It is 7 a.m. And, yeah, I'm pretty sure I won't open those cases, by the way, until tomorrow. I will get this shenanigans figured out. I'm pretty sure it just requires me to reboot either OBS or my PC itself. And, that's a bit of a bad idea. That's why I just wish my screen capturing app would work. But nobody's updated for the damn M1 chips to work out the USB-C. Thanks. Just a little bit there, RTC. Just a wee bit. Although I will say, though, I don't know about Wish. I'd say AliExpress. The top quality, cheap knockoffs. And plus, come on, this is an upgrade. The beard is an upgrade. So Griffin, so basically one of my capture cards is just shit the bed. I'm pretty sure I blew out my USB bus on my motherboard with too many capture devices of such high quality, such as camera, mic, other audio, other video capture. I think I just blew out the audio bus, the USB bus, and it's not wanting to connect back. I got my camera working, but I think I would have to unplug this one to get the game cap to work. And so I got it plugged into my USB 3.0 PCI expansion card. But I think it's still just being screwy. I mean, it shouldn't be running at all. It's just a capture device. But I'll check it anyways. It should just be, because at this point I think it's in limbo where with it crashing and then it didn't. I think that's really just kind of the issue I'm running into here. I wish they would pop out an update on, Wormhole to, allow M1 chips. Would be great. Just call that even. All right, sounds good, Wolf. It's all good. So RTC, I'm having some issues with capture devices and capturing everything. I'm kind of blowing out my system with higher stuff. So I'm going to have to probably figure out a way to... I'll need to offset some stuff down to the bottom of my PC, to the PCI Express expansion card I put in to offset some of this. I'll probably just put both of these cards in, so then cameras are just going straight to the PCI. And since I'm not really doing much of my PC as far as gaming, so my graphics card should have plenty of room. But, by the way, here's a little bit of that sneak peek of... Now, this will probably get me copyright strikes, but it's Christmas. It's coming soon. So this... Wait, you know, actually, hold on. Let me make sure I can hear what you're hearing, so I can jam out with it too. Let me grab my Spotify and throw it back on the right audio source. All right, so this is kind of what I'm waiting on. So we'll just bring this up a little bit, just a little bit, so you can hear it. But wait. This is not your family's Christmas music. This is the beat. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the gloriousness that awaits coming soon to a holiday near you, and also now I'm fuzzy because I've moved around too much. Come on, face tracking, track me. So yeah, this is to be soon. I would love to. Mine and Twist's schedules don't really match up. We've talked about it. Since I stream super early here, it's like midday for him. So unfortunately, until one of our schedules kind of stabilizes, I'll say, then I don't know if we can. But I would like to at some point to be able to stream with him. He doesn't really stream too much. And so I'd love to. And also, Griffin, I don't have the white. Plus, it needs to be a little bit longer, which, you know, we'll get there. But yes, this is usually around December. This is when I turn this on. And I've got some absolutely ridiculous garbage coming for stream. When it comes to, like, stream stuff that you're looking at now. I'm working on some just ridiculous garbage that's just going to be horrendously Christmas themed and just absolutely just ridiculous. And also, Wolfer, you have. How is he? Is he still as gorgeous and low toned? Does he have more excitement? Which, by the way, guys, I'm still trying to work with this while we're doing this. If I can get it to come back, that'd be great. Right now, it's just stuck on Logitech. And by the way, Griffin, that's what makes me think it's my system. Is that Logitech logo is still up there, and it's just not letting go of, like, even if I deactivate it, it's not letting it go. So I think that's just part of what's blowing up. And Wolf, he is I've heard that from a few people. That he's a very tall individual. I mean, I'm a solid 6 foot as far as freedom units go. But I actually don't really know how tall he is. Well, RTC, you know, you work with what you got, and, you know, 12-year-old computer at this point, it shouldn't be too bad. It just depends on, you know, what's available with it. I mean, there's that. A broken arm would make things a little bit harder. See, that's the thing with, you know, mobile gaming is, doing one-handed things is not the easiest. Let's see if I can find another one of these. But yeah, I'm probably gonna get hit with a horrible copyright strike for this, but it's okay. Ah, this is a good one. But yeah, I don't know what the conversion would be with the freedom units that we use here, as far as, you know, feet. Being 6 feet, I don't know what that would be, and meters or centimeters, depending on where you are. As I've noticed that, depending in certain areas in Europe, some people use, you know, centimeters for their stuff, and others just do straight meters, but I don't know. But hopefully at some point we can, you know, if Circuit continues to grow, then, you know, a physical LAN would be perfect. And then at that point, we can stand next to each other and we can be on everybody's screens and have a good time. We'll find out the height difference then. But I think it'd be fun. If we can get to the point of having a LAN, it would be awesome. Now, that would be me also having to get a passport, because I doubt they would be having a tournament in the NA first, so I'd probably have to get a passport so I can leaveth the country and go wherever that would be hosted. I would assume it'd be in Finland, but it also may be somewhere more centralized in the middle, I would guess. Also, RTC, I'm still trying, but as you can see, the Logitech camera logo is still there, and I can't capture it. I don't think. I think with moving everything around, because not only with the PCI but to the USB portion, I think. Let me check my device manager. We might be able to get it if I can kill it, maybe. Yeah, Germany would be a good centralized location. Let me disable the device itself. Yeah, I know disabling it will cause it to stop functioning, but it's not functioning anyways. No, I don't want to restart my PC now. Thank you. All right, and let's re-enable it. All right. Let's see, ladies and gents. Will it? No. Yep. I think at this point it's just kind of dead until I reboot my PC. It's a thing. But yeah, so probably Germany. Be a good option. I don't know. See, the thing is, I don't know if they have the equipment to capture all of that. So they might have to do that as well. So that may be also another factor into it. Hello there, Hunt. We're just kind of just chatting about Critical Ops today. That's one of my capture devices is deciding to go on strike. So, good morning. At least my face is working now. So, But yeah, I would wonder where they would where and what they would have that. Also, well, so he's like a big dude. He's a big dude. he's a good like head taller than me. Jesus. What's up, Robbie? I mean, Minecraft's not a bad option. Although I'd have to probably update it. Also, RTC my YouTube. If you just the URL right there, the amaster15.com. It's legit. And I got all my stuff there. Just click the YouTube button, and I'll bring you right on over here. But yeah, hopefully we can get a LAN at some point. I would love that. Now, Hunt, when you say play the game, which game are you referring to? Because Critical Ops is not being my friend today, so I'm not really sure. Pro? Oh, so you want me to play Pokemon Revolution Online, huh? Robbie, yes, I do. Yes. I do play Critical Ops, but unfortunately my capture device is blowing up. So now we're just talking about Critical Ops. I have Critical Ops up. It's just not there. Just not capturing. Standoff, COD Mobile, PUBG. I mean, I could play those on my PC, Hunt. I could do that. Also, Sankit. So, why C-Ops going dead? This in the scene itself? I'm not really sure. Because something that I have been trying to, I guess I should say, investigate, is, say with Circuit, right? When Season 3 came around, things kind of blew up. I'm not really sure what necessarily. As far as, what and where. I know that North America is kind of in the tank. Also, Robbie, I actually have not played Valorant. I'll be honest with you. I have not actually touched it. I actually haven't. I wanted to pick it up when it came to, mobile, right? But, I mean, I've thought about it. A lot of people have asked me about Valorant recently for some reason, and I would like it to come to mobile and do that, but I don't know when that's coming to mobile, but I could probably grab it. It's free, right? I'm pretty sure, right? I can get it on my PC. I mean, that's a good way to put it, is CSGO with spells. There's another game I was playing. I was in the, alpha for it. Kind of dropped off of it, but has anybody heard of a game called Spellbreak? Think of Magic fused with Battle Royale. Except you gather gauntlets and armor throughout the map like you would guns, but you pick a class, say fire, poison, air, water, electricity. You start out with a level 1 gauntlet, and you can either shoot lightning bolts, fireballs, poison, little poison gas, and you get different gauntlets as you go through, and you can do bigger and better attacks. It's honestly super fun, and it's very unique. I love the concept of it. I believe Epic picked it up, so it's on the Epic store. I don't know what the price is on it. It might be $30. But totally fun game for, speaking of spells. But, so Sankit, back to your question about going dead. It's a huge. I think it's a culmination of a bunch of small things that are kind of compounding together. So, you know, like certain things that I'm planning on having a meeting because after playing the game with you guys and being more involved, and of course being part of Circuit, I see a lot of different angles. Like mainly one of some of the things that I think are contributing to it is just, again, small things that are compounding. First off, before I start into that, RTC, of course. If I just had a little bit shorter hair and I just dyed it white, I mean, ho, ho, ho. Let's go. But, like, take the UI. That's one of the things that I've talked about a little bit on stream that I've asked you guys about, actually, mainly the most, is that you can't see people online all the time. That is, like, that's, like, super basic, and I don't know why that's still a problem. As much as... You know, and I don't want to harp on the small things for them because, you know, they're doing a great job and they're really trying to push out a lot of big stuff. But I think the small stuff is just important as far as your main core, right? Your communication capabilities, your being able to play with your friends easily, you know, and, you know, we say, you know, I invite you guys, right? We go into a match, we play, we back out. Now I can't see you anymore. Then we spend the next 5 minutes, you resetting yours, I reset mine. We close, we open, and we do our thing, and then all of a sudden, hey, look, there you are again, and it takes us like 5 minutes to party back up, and it's like, why do we need to do this? I don't know why that's such an issue. Another thing that I was asking, how common it is. So, like, the Battle Pass, right, or Critical Pass. You know, every season, from what I've seen so far, it ends before there's a new one. And so for like a week, you're sitting on the Critical Pass and it says next season coming soon. And it's like, why didn't you just leave it open until the new one came out? Because that's just weird that you're sitting there for a week with nothing to grind for, even though if you're one of those absolute grinders and you grind it out, say in a week, right? You gotta wait until the next one anyways, but it's the absent of something is the odd part for me. And, you know, maybe that's just, you know, a me thing for that, but I think that's a huge deal with these things like that, being able to do. I'm not sure as far as this one goes. I'm not sure if it should be harder to do the Battle Pass or if there should just be more things in the Battle Pass maybe, but as in like your daily missions, right? Like there's only 3. Like I'll tap it now even though you guys can't see it. You know, there's kill 5 people, defuse 1 bomb, kill 6 people with the gun, the MP7, right? And 5 kills with the FP6, right? Why is it so little? Like, I mean, you're right. You're gonna give me a lot of points, right? But like, I mean, I think that they should be harder, or there should be more of them. I honestly think they should probably drop it from 3,000 XP to probably 1,500 XP and double it at least, and have a good couple of things, and you know, maybe up the weekly challenge to like, instead of 15, maybe 20, 25, to where, you know, they could, I'd say 20. And, you know, upgrade it to where, again, there's more to do. I mean, Jesus, take COD Mobile, you know, for your dailies, you know, it takes you a good couple of hours to get those done sometimes, depending on what they are. You know, like, play 5 Battle Royales. Well, man, that's 15, 20 minutes of Battle Royale, you know, just to get that one. Like doing actions, I think it should be certain game modes or something in certain amount of game modes. You know what I mean, though? Like, to create, to not only, not falsely, but like to create activity, you know? Like, not like, you know, I mean, technically, if you go into one good defuse and you're halfway decent, these 3 challenges are done in one match. I mean, that's 6 kills with an FP6 and 6 kills with an MP7, and then defuse the bomb once. That is literally one game for some people. Not me, but you get the idea. But honestly, a solid 2. You know, defuse the bomb once and go into a team deathmatch and kill 11 people. Okay, right there, guys. Still a little tired. So I think there's just a little bit of restructuring that might need to be done. You know, guys, feel free to give me your opinions on this too. But you know, it's just small things, and you know, being able to move things around, you know, properly, I should say. You know, it's just, I think that, you know, maybe they could increase a few things and make things work a little bit better. The UI itself, as far as the main screen goes, I think it's pretty all right. I think it's fine. And maybe potentially, I don't know, like I see like the button here, recruit a friend for 80 credits, right? Maybe make that to where you could buy a case with it every single time you invite somebody. So how much is a case? Say a standard case, 200. Maybe make it 200 so people can immediately get a case for every friend, and you know, it'd be worth doing. Because at that point, you'd have to do 3 people just to get a case. Yeah, I know it kind of sucks there with that broken hand there, Wolf. And like I said, I know I'm kind of nitpicking a little bit with some of these things, but I think that they're very important and overall create a good base to where if there's a lot of things to work for and there's reason to be on the game, and that it's easy to connect with your friends, because it kind of rolls back to, so take the recruit a friend option, right? You can recruit a friend, that's fine. So what does that do for you when you recruit your friend when you takes you 5-10 minutes to invite them into a lobby because you can't see them online? Also, Deathlock, it is coming. Unfortunately, I have no information of when. I'm going to try and magically make my way into the beta, if I can. But typically, once the beta comes out, it's normally within a week or 2. So it shouldn't be too much longer. Plus, let me check the critical pass. Yeah, the pass is already over. See, this is what I'm talking about. Right here, there, Wolf, is it says, hey, new season coming soon. Why didn't you just leave it up? I don't understand. Also, Death, we're talking about potential issues. We got given a lovely question about why COPS is going dead. But we're just talking about potential things that may have contributed to a potential decline. So if you want to join another conversation of what your opinions are, you know, feel free to let us know. But you know, like I said, I think it's just a lot of these smaller things. Like I said, it's, you can recruit a friend, get some credits, but I think it should be credits enough for a crate. And then also with that, that you should also be able to play with those friends that you invite. Because that has definitely been a really difficult thing, especially here for stream, that, yeah, you know, we're here Wednesday through Friday for a couple hours each day. But, you know, a solid 10-15% of the stream time is us trying to get into a bloody lobby. I do there, Wolf. I do. If you head over to amaster15.com, you'll find the link to the Discord. Yeah, all my links and everything are over there on amaster15.com. Some of the links are accounts that I haven't started necessarily using yet, like TikTok and things, but making content takes a lot of time, and it's difficult to do that. So we'll see if I can get the time to do that. I could technically just upload the things I do for YouTube Shorts, but I want to see if I can't use TikTok as a different kind of platform. Maybe for something like this, where, you know, I pose questions and things, and we, you know, part of, you know, our discussions. So Wolf, need to fix the level system. So I think that kind of rolls back into what I was saying. To where I think, like, say the missions are handing out way too much XP for so little action. I think it's just super easy to level up when you do these challenges. You know, I think it's, yeah. You know, like, again, when you can level up super fast within each season, you know, it makes it difficult for when you do get there. And don't get me wrong, Wolf, I know you're good and all, but, like, yeah, I think that leveling system should be, I mean, it's a delicate balance, you know? I think it's a delicate balance. Like, you got to be able to, you know, get it, but let me restart. So let's take one of the other guys, right? So let's say COD Mobile. I know streamers and pro players that can complete that battle pass in like 2 or 3 days. Right? 2 or 3 days. But man, is that a lot of work that has to go into that. You know, those are people who are streaming for 12 hours a day that are really good, that are just rocking 10,000 XP every single game. But that is just so rough. Like, that's a lot of time played. I mean, you have to put in like 36 to 40 hours to complete that battle pass on COD. And yeah, don't be wrong, I know COD's team is bigger and they can make more stuff faster, but still, you know, create a backlog, man. Just create some stuff. I mean, not to say to go cheap, right? Not to say to go cheap, but not saying, but you know, so take a skin, right? Take any skin, pick a skin, and at least create 2 to 3 colors. Like, you do palette swaps on the easier stuff, right? Because don't get me wrong, there are some skins I would absolutely love in a green and black. I know people who their favorite color is blue, who would love a blue and black. And don't get me wrong, I would love to rock a red and black too. I would love a palette swap because there's certain skins that I think look amazing. But I also think I would like to change the color of it. Call it good. Now I think, you know, having a color changer would be awesome, but that would also kind of defeat the purpose of creating more things. So I think they could totally do that. Trinex, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Yeah, I mean, headshots would also be... That would make things a little bit more difficult there, Wolf. It would. Yeah. Yeah, they could... what is it? Reward the players with good accuracy. You know, so Trinex, I have not actually played the season at all for 28, so 29 I'll have to pick up on. I did a lot of stuff with Circuit and casting and working in production, so unfortunately my playtime was shrunk down due to a lot of work for Circuit, so the last 4 weeks has just been crazy, so unfortunately I didn't really get to play a whole lot this season. But yeah, no, it's I think adding some more reward for your good skill. I mean, don't be wrong, there should be achievements or banners that not everybody can get. I mean, So let's talk about Halo a little bit to add as an option. Like, they had some achievements in that game that you could get that were just absolutely stupidly ridiculous, that it took me years to get those achievements. And some of them I even had to boost for. I had to boost some of those achievements, like the splatters. I think it was like 15 or 20 or 25 splatter kills in a big team battle. I mean, I think it was 25, and that's just ridiculous to get that many splatters in one. Like, you have to be driving around the whole time, and God forbid everybody stays inside. It was just absolutely horrendously difficult. So my previous rank, their death was nothing. So I've only been playing personally on my new iPad for I've only had it a little over a month or month and a half. So I haven't thought I was good enough to go into ranked. I was getting pretty good before I had to take a break for circuit, but I actually have not jumped into ranked just yet. So yeah, I still think that there should be things that pretty much pro players and really good players are the only ones who can achieve it. You know, some of those maybe hidden achievements. You know, once you have so many headshots, you get an unlock. Now that's hard at this point, considering how many people's accounts right now. Some of the long-standing players would just instantly have it, but also I don't think that'd be such a bad thing. And again, there should be things that are hard to get. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, that does limit some people. Like, oh, I'll never be able to get that. But there are going to be those things. There's things in just about every game. So you need to be able to contend and support your casual players with just a ton of stuff. But then those highly dedicated players who are really good and will just grind, they need to be rewarded as well. And you know, like I said, especially with, let's say, the skins, right? I think palette swaps for skins would be absolutely amazing. To where you can get a fancy-looking skin, but then it could be red, blue, green, purple, cyan. You know, you could, I don't know, maybe unlock it and pick a color. I think that would add a level of customization to where you get to pick the color. Because a palette swap for a skin shouldn't be anything but changing the hue adjustment. You know, even if they, depending on how they make the skin, even if they, say, made it solidly red, they could throw that stuff into Photoshop or whatever program they use a hue adjustment, and change it. Also, Trinix, it's Amaster15 on YouTube, or if you want to head over to amaster15.com, that'll be where all those links for all of my stuff is. Yeah. Like Wolf, you know, maybe even, you know, have a certain amount of time played, like just an absolute stupid amount of time. But again, it's I think having secret achievements would be something great. Like, the community would have to do things for so long to be able to find them out. Hello there, Michael. Good morning. And Deathlock, unfortunately, unless you appeal it with the devs, and depending on what you got permanently banned for, you can't get your account back. And I'll be the testament of not getting your account back. Even though I just want the name, because my game in-game is amaster15_YT. I cannot have amaster15 because that account that had that is banned. I have a banned account. And it's a fun story for that, but it was just fun. But yeah, I don't have my original account, so even though I work with the devs, I work in the production, you know, I work with Circuit, they get paid, you know, by them for certain things to help out. I still cannot get an account back that is permanently banned. Now, I could probably get the name if I wanted to, if I got credits put on the account to change the name, because they'll take your money still on a banned account. There's no problem with that. But if you could change the name and then take your name on your original account, I think that would work, but I cannot confirm that. Okay, so my original account got banned. So when I had no idea what Critical Ops was 2 years ago, right? I was brought in by Locked and Load Esports to help run some tournaments as production. The guy to run the back end, run OBS, everything, right? I wasn't even supposed to come in and cast. Even though I'm a caster now, that was complete by accident. So the guys who were supposed to cast the day of the tournament when I came in, they didn't show up. And I was using an emulator at the time to emulate the game on my PC so I could have, 16 by 9. I didn't have a good mobile device, so, I just put it in BlueStacks, right, and downloaded it and called it good. That was before they had a better anti-cheat. And so when I, loaded it up, we did some tournaments. It was all good and dandy, all up until some salty people who were very upset. Well, they found out because it crashed a few times. So, there was things showing that I was on an emulator, and so they sent that to the devs. The devs were like, rah, 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 and they banned me. My account, and it was midstream, so we kept making it work. I had like 5 emulators on my machine, so we kept hopping back in to the match and kept it going. But the short version is, honestly at that point, I was brought in for production, and most games don't really care if you're on an emulator. They can say yes or no, but as long as you're not going online most of the time, most of them don't care. As long as you're not ruining the experience. Obviously, emulators is where, people would probably use hacks the most because, it's kind of open. But at that point, again, emulation is typically not normally bad as long as you're, not really ruining the online experience. Which, doing mobile, or custom games on the game, for a tournament, I didn't know that it was an issue because I didn't read the terms of service, but that's the thing. But I also figured, it's a private match. It's not in disrupting anything anyways. But regardless of those opinions, it was against the terms and conditions, and it was given out and shown using the emulation. So unfortunately, that's where my original account went. And once I found that out, we found other ways and got different devices to run them. So it took a minute, but we got it all figured out on that side of things. But so that's kind of the backstory for what happened to my account. And yeah, keep grinding away for that. Keep grinding away for that. Also, back to you, Wolf. So, say you got 4,500 hours. Again, I think that they should have probably some achievements just continuously, every 500 hours, maybe. Once you start getting into the higher numbers, It's like yours at 45, maybe 5,000, 55, 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, just keep going. Obviously that might, depending on how they calculate the hours, whether if it's on the home screen or in game, that might ensue people to boost that. But, at the same time, that's people on the game. That's stats. That's something you could take to a sponsor. That's something you could take to an investor. I don't really think, sure, that's, a bit of integrity, but also they probably shouldn't care either way. So Deathlock, what was the official reasoning for your ban? Because, if it's something slightly ridiculous, you can go to the devs and you can appeal that. Good Lord, Wolf. 20k hours? Holy God. Jesus. That's a lot of hours. And I would assume you're friends on some kind of pro team and everything, right? What's up, Pearl? How we doing? Pearl, welcome to the conversation. We're having a conversation about small things and improvements that they could probably make to the game as far as, you know, things that could assist with, because we were given the question a bit ago about why do we think the game may be dying, but you know, we're just talking about potential improvements and things. So they said that TOU so they were saying that you were hacking, or is it terms of service? Ah, he's on an NA team there. Terms of use, yeah, the terms of service stuff. Also, Pearl, if you want to hop in on this conversation too, as in things you would like to see potential improvements on, or things that you think may be contributing to a decline potentially in the game, or something that you think would increase usage of the game, you know, feel free to hop in with this as well. So Deathlock, so they haven't given you specifically what you did. They just keep saying that you violated the terms of service, and which is horrendously vague. Hey, what's up, Pep? I do not. We do know that since it is in live beta, usually it takes about a week or two for them to flush out some bugs. But it should be out soon. I assume that would come with the new battle, the new critical pass. So it should be too long. I'm assuming you did the contact portion through the game there, Deathlock. They've added some new music since last year. If I remember the terms of service right, they're Pep. I'm pretty sure Smurfs accounts are against the terms of service. I think if I remember reading it right, you're only supposed to have one account per person. It kind of sucks. Also, Deathlock. So I would see if you could go into the official Discord and see if you can't contact somebody in there. You know, to actually, you know, DM somebody instead of the contact us portion inside the game. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure they get plenty of things given to them on a daily basis on the internal game for, you know, people who have to deal with that. But I don't know, I kind of hate that they just kind of send generic "you violated the terms of service." Like, I don't understand what the point is of not telling somebody what they're banned for. Like, tell me what I did, and I can tell you if I have proof that I didn't do that, type of thing. Well, see, the thing with Smurfs is it's if you're caught, because, you know, there's a lot of players in their automated system, they don't ban necessarily for that, because, you know, siblings can share devices, and, you know, siblings can share, you know, the device or the, you know, the Wi-Fi. So if you're doing IP-based, you know, it's a little hairy. But if someone can prove that you have a Smurf, then yeah, or technically prove. Trinix, so you kind of hopped in the middle of the, you know, the discussion, but before that, so one of my capture devices, Trinix, decided to off itself for the day, and so my PC was having some issues with the USB bus of the machine being overrun. So I'm gonna have to rewire a few things on my machine so I can make sure that it doesn't blow up again. But basically, I need to reboot my PC now that I've fixed the issue, I think. But rebooting it would also end the stream. So unfortunately, we're just kind of hanging out until a little bit before I have to go to work for the morning, because it's 7:50 in the morning. And so it's horribly early. Yeah, so they're not Death. So they're not really giving you like, hey, you were banned for smurfing, or you were banned for hacking, or you were banned for being toxic. They're just giving you an auto-generated message saying that, hey, you did bad things. RTC, as far as playing, yes. I at this point, RTC, I'd have to reboot my PC, and that would end stream. So unfortunately, I can't really do that. I'd rather just. We're having a good discussion, so you know it's totally fine. And also, Death, that sucks. Again, I don't understand why they don't, like, they banned you for a reason. It should just be easy to, you know, tell you what that reason is. Wolf, I have no idea. I'll be streaming tomorrow, same time, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'll try and get that fixed before tomorrow's stream. I'll either work on it tomorrow night or today, as in tonight, for me. Once I get home from work, I'll try and get this whole thing sorted out. Again, I'm pretty sure I know what's going on with it, just because the USBs are being overloaded because of the devices I'm using, being that the amount of data I'm pushing through it is probably too high. But I have an expansion card that I absolutely forgot about, that's in my machine, and that's in the PCI slot. So I will transfer some heavy hitters down there, and then my PC should be alright. RTC, am I a pro? Absolutely not. I'm nowhere close to a pro. I'm pro at talking, because I do the casting, right? But as in pro playing, absolutely not. You know, I've only been playing on touchscreen for like, what, 2 months? I'm a controller and keyboard kind of guy. I would love it if Critical Ops could go multi-platform. I'd hop on whatever that would be. I would assume PC would be probably the easiest one for multi-platform. I would totally do that. You know, something, I mean, obviously it's a little different, but, you know, something maybe like Brawlhalla. You know, they have multi-platform on PC, mobile, console. I'd love to do that so I can play on something else. You know, I think that, you know, maybe adding, what is it called? Badlanders, right? There's a game on mobile called Badlanders. It's basically Escape from Tarkov, but for your phone. It's more somewhere like Escape from Tarkov fused with PUBG. That kind of gives you an idea. But they do allow you to gain extra XP in the game by playing with PC players, because they allow emulation. I think that would be fun. But that's just me, because I'm not great at touchscreen. You probably are, Wolf. You probably are better playing. Also, thank you, Wolf. Thank you. You know, my Discord's a little dead for the last few weeks, thanks to me being like horrendously busy. But just kind of ignore that part. But yeah, it's, you know, we each have our own sets of skills, but you know, if you're better at playing, you know, it'd be great. But like I said, I would love to see, I'd love to see, you know, some multi-platforming. I mean, obviously they have iOS and Android, but something that I've always kind of thought about, and something that, you know, feel free to tell me your opinion, guys, what you think. I think controller support would help Critical Ops as a whole. Just because it would not bring any more pro players, but it would definitely it would open the door a lot more for casual players to not only just be in the game, you know? Because take this guy on screen. I would have loved a controller to start with, because even out of all three, mouse, keyboard, controller, touchscreen as options, touchscreen was kind of at the bottom. I would have loved to start with a controller and work my way up. Or just casually play with the controller. I started on controller personally with playing Xbox and GameCube and going all the way back on console. And then even when I transitioned to PC, I used controller compensation. And I used that app on Steam. And I mapped PC controls to a controller until I got the hang of mouse and keyboard. So I think that would definitely open up an extra door or two for more casual players to be in and have a good time. And at no point has anyone ever said in the existence of gaming that controller gives you an advantage. So I don't see why that would be an issue. You know what I mean? Like, there's already aim assist in the game, so you have that already for touchscreen. Again, no one has ever said in the history of gaming that, oh, you're so much better than me because you're using a controller. Controller's usually seen as a handicap, usually. There are the exceptions to the rule that, like, some other big streamers like Zlander, right? Zlander, he plays on, he's a Facebook streamer that plays with Dr. Disrespect and Tim the Tatman. That dude is a crackhead with a controller. I have no idea how he does it. He doubles Dr. Disrespect's and Tim the Tatman's score with a controller. I don't know. He's just a crackhead. Yeah. Fortnite was really good on mobile until they took it away. And now, all the suing and fighting going on between Epic and Apple and Google and all that fun stuff. But, I mean, yeah. Like I said, I think a controller would be super great to bring in support. And that would allow them to, again, just have more casual players. Because more casual players mean more people buying stuff. And more people buying stuff is good. So I don't understand why people have they kind of have a problem with Smurf accounts, as we kind of were just talking about. Why, like, why be upset about Smurf accounts if they're spending money? I know it sucks as in Smurfs, yes, but they also spend money. Ultimately, there's integrity, but there's also business. And I think that Smurf accounts with hacking, big deal. Smurf accounts to kind of feel better. I mean, yeah, kind of sucks that, those people who should be better, higher ranked that are not, but the progression system, they could also add in for, like, who you're paired up against. They could update that fairly quickly. Like, if you're dropping 30, 40 kills a game, well, that algorithm could easily start pairing you up with people who are doing the same thing, create an average, right? Now, obviously, if people figure that out, they would just bomb a few games, but you could easily circumvent that with not rank, but a calculated skill comparison, like with your KD and stuff. Also, Wolf, is Fortnite back? I haven't seen anything advertised to me about it. I figured that'd probably be something that would be heavily advertised to pretty much everybody in the world. Also, Wolf, I've spent a pretty penny on Call of Duty Mobile. I'll admit that. I have definitely spent a pretty penny in COD Mobile. Now most of it was Google rewards, and I also rotated the Battle Pass into the next Battle Pass, so I was kind of smart with it. So I mean, I didn't spend a whole lot, but I think COD Mobile is definitely one of the best CODs that they have right now, because Vanguard looks like crap. I mean, Warzone itself looks like crap to me anyways, but Warzone looked also better than anything else that they had actually produced in years, although I didn't like Warzone just because it looks like a bunch of copy-paste crap from old games, so they were just reusing assets, and I think that's just absolute, just crap development personally, because they're just reusing and reusing, like, and I understand, like, reuse your stuff, but, like, good lord, the entire game was a reused asset. Oh no, the lucky spin? Yeah, that's totally rigged. That you don't do those. Unless you really want something and you're willing to spend like $100 on it. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that, Wolf. I can see how that could be an issue. But guys, so I will have to say that it is now 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to have to dip out of here, unfortunately, so I can head into work. Again, I will get these issues remedied before tomorrow's stream. That's the hope, at least. But I will, as soon as I end here, I'm going to mess with that a little bit. And then I'm going to go hop in the shower and get ready for work. So, guys, I appreciate the love and the hanging out here for the stream, even though my game is not working. 100% appreciate it. I love you guys. I appreciate, really, the conversation, too. Hopefully we can, get some of the stuff figured out and stuff passed along, but, we'll see about that. But until tomorrow, guys, you guys have a good one, and I'll see you then.